Welcome, students of fourth semester. Myself, Professor Tushar Kanti Das of Department of Pathology. This is my first class on hematology session. The topic of discussion is chronic lymphocytic leukemia. As you know, due to this abnormal situation, you are stuck in different parts of the country. We have availed this platform to reach to you and to teach you. Please be very attentive. So, what's the definition of chronic lymphocytic leukemia? It is defined as presence of monoclonal B cell population greater than 5,000 per cubic millimeter in peripheral blood smear. So, absolute number of lymphocytes are more than 5,000 in peripheral blood in a case of persistent lymphocytosis. So, gives you the definition of CLL, chronic lymphocytic leukemia. It is composed of monomorphic small mature B cells. As you know, there is co-expression of CD5 and CD23. Next page. A bit of clinical features and epidemiology. This leukemia is common in elderly people. The median age is 70 years. That means it's not seen in younger patients. And most often it is asymptomatic, diagnosed incidentally while routine testing of blood. It may present with lymphadenopathy. When it presents with lymphadenopathy, we call it small lymphocytic lymphoma. In that case, the absolute number of lymphocytes in the peripheral blood will be less than 5,000 per cubic millimeter. There is associated many autoimmune cytopenias in case of CLL. Next. So, like all hematological diagnosis, examination of peripheral blood is very important in this case also for diagnosing chronic lymphocytic leukemia. So, what will you find? You will find normochromic normocytic anemia, mild to moderate. Platelet count are almost normal, but there is high leukocyte count. It may come up to almost reaching 1 lakh, and it comprises predominantly small mature looking monomorphic lymphocytes. Window. Individual neoplastic cells are slightly larger than small lymphocytes with scanty blue cytoplasm and uniformly condensed chromatin without nucleolus. Remember, like all chronic leukemias, here also there is no blast cell. Blast cells are present only in case of acute leukemias. Second point shows there are presence of smear or smudge cells. This is a clue to the diagnosis of chronic lymphocytic leukemia. So apart from this monomorphic cells, a minor population of cells called prolymphocytes are also present. Prolymphocytes have got nucleolus, and if it is present, it gives a worse prognosis. So it's a leukemia without any blast cells. Next, this picture shows you the presence of predominantly monomorphic lymphoid cells in the peripheral blood smear. So this initial examination of this peripheral blood smear by a hematologist is very important and points towards the exact diagnosis. Next, so if as it's a clonal proliferation, so bone will be involved. Bone marrow, the normal hematopoietic cells will be replaced by plastic cells. In the same way, when lymph nodes are involved, in case of small lymphocytic lymphoma, there will be diffuse effacement of normal nodal architecture by small looking lymphocytes. In the second point, the bone marrow, when involved by CLL, it gives interstitial, nodular, or diffuse pattern of infiltration of marrow by neoplastic cells. Next point. So here the top picture gives an idea how the normal marrow is being infiltrated by neoplastic monomorphic lymphoid cells. Here, the bottom picture is a lymph node which shows effacement by monomorphic lymphoid cells. Normal nodal architecture is not present. Next. As you know, in hematology, immunotherapy is very, very important to categorize, to know the exact genesis, the origin of the neoplastic hematological cells. Also, it gives you an idea about how you will manage the patient with different chemotherapy. So, it's a must for modern day diagnosis of leukemia. As you know, CD45, it's a pan-leukocytic antigen. It's present in CLL. As most CL are of B cell origin, the CD19, the CD20, CD22, CD79B are detected on the surface of the neoplastic cells. CD5 and CD23 are also helpful in differential diagnosis of similar hematological disorders. Next window. Genetic test, genetic abnormality detection is a must in management of different leukemias. We do it routinely. So, what is genetic abnormalities in CML? We found different types of deletions. As for example, deletion 13 of long arm, deletion of long arm in chromosome number 11, deletion of short arm in chromosome number 17, trisomy 12q. So these things are very, very important. So deletion also gives us idea about prognosis of the case also. So these deletions on the written on the top are important for you. The details are not important as you are a undergraduate student. So genetic abnormalities, as for example, deletions of chromosome number 13, 11, 7 for prognosis of the disease. Understood? Next. Patients of CLL may have, if immunocompromised, may have hypoglobulinemia. Next, there may be autoimmune destructions of the red cells and platelet by antibodies formed by the non-neoplastic populations. Next, this is probably not important for you, but you may know up to this that CLL or SLL, the small lymphocytic lymphoma, may transform into high-grade lymphoma. As for example, 2 to 8% may develop diffuse large B-cell lymphoma, DLBCL, and 1% may transform into Hodgkin's lymphoma. So this is important. This much is important for you as an undergraduate student. Next. In every leukemia, lymphoma, a staging system is there. We put different chemical agents into different stages so that we can know whether the disease is in early stage or is in very advanced stage. In that way, its perspective, RINET has staged CLL into 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 based on different variables. What are the variables? Peripheral blood lymphocytosis, lymphadenopathy, hepatomegaly, splenomegaly, anemia, thrombocytopenia. So, in management of the leukemia, this is important. Suppose the leukemia is in stage 4. That means that CLL must have thrombocytopenia along with it, low platelet count. So, the hematologist will manage the case accordingly. Next, this is important. This deletion of 11q and 17p, that means long arm of chromosome number 11 and short arm of chromosome number 17 gives poor prognostic evaluation. Also, ZAP70 is very important. If there is expression of 70, patient has got poor prognosis. So this is important for you. Also, mutation of the Notch1 and lack of somatic hypermutation gives poor prognosis. Next, just one line. There is a novel therapeutic agent called ibrutinib, which is an inhibitor of Bruton tyrosine kinase. So this drug is at present day is being given in CLL. It throttles the survival pathway based on the signaling of the B cell receptor via the bunch of kinases in which BTK plays a key factor. Next, so we are dealing with chronic leukemia. The first class was the chronic lymphocytic leukemia. Chronic means the leukemia has got a insidious onset, staggered onset. It has got no blast. It has a slightly better prognosis. Patient dies later. Acute leukemia, on the other hand, means it is full of blast and it has got a very acute presentation. And if not treated properly, patient will die early. So you have to think of and remember the basic difference between acute leukemia and chronic leukemia. So our first class was on chronic lymphocytic leukemia. Our next class will be on CML, chronic myeloid leukemia. So please go through this video properly and very attentively, and if there is any problem, you call me or contact me when the college will be opened in due course of time. Thank you very much.